Coming to Ujjayi breath. Taking a few minutes to center and prepare for our practice this evening. Letting go of your day, just breathe it out. Inhale, drawing relaxation and joy into the body, and exhale, release any tension. Letting go of your worries. One of my favorite invocations is as we enter the temple, the sanctuary of the spine, we leave all restless thoughts behind. This is a great place to set an intention for your practice. And if you are on a bolster, go ahead and move it off to the side. We'll come onto our backs. Flat onto our backs. And hug the knees in towards the chest. You might take hold of opposite elbows, give them a squeeze, and try and lengthen your tailbone down towards the ground. A little circle on the sacrum. You can give yourself a little bit of slack, maybe hands to the knees. And a few circles in one direction and a few circles in another. Hug the right knee in towards the chest and extend the left toes out. Bring your forehead towards your knee, navel towards spine. Good. Inhale, relax your head back. We'll switch. Hugging left knee in towards chest, point your right toe straight out, lengthen the right leg, and then draw your forehead up towards your left knee. Good. Inhale. Exhale, draw your navel down towards the ground. And bring both knees in towards the chest. Bring your arms out in T formation, flex your feet, and keep the knees together as you lower to the right. Turn your gaze over the left shoulder. Inhale, knees and head come to center. Exhale, knees to the left, gaze over your right shoulder. Inhale, center. Exhale, knees to the right, gaze over your left shoulder and kick out your left leg. Now your right hand might even catch your foot. So you might feel a nice stretch all along the outer edge, that's lateral edge of your leg, your IT band, top of the hip. Try and rock your left hip down. And bend. Inhale, knees and head come to center, knees to the left. This time you'll kick out your right leg. Turn the gaze over your right shoulder. Oh, it feels really good. Okay, so inhale. God, I can stay there all night. Come to center. Let's bring your fingertips underneath your hips here. Roll and tuck the shoulder blades underneath the back. And extend your heels towards the sky. All right, now we're going to lift our bottom up and down a few times. So scooping out the deep lower belly as if you're trying to press the roof up with your feet. Lift and lower. Good. All right, now see if you can lower the legs. Just get back here. Hovering the heels just an inch or two off the floor. Inhale and lift. And exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, lower. Okay, now lift. This time, see if you can bring your arms out in T formation and lower the legs over to the right. Keep them long, and it doesn't have to be all the way. Inhale to center. Exhale, lower the legs over to the left. We're waking up our abdominals. Inhale, center. Let's do it 2 more times. Exhale to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale to the left. Maybe a little lower this time. Inhale, center. Last one. Over to the right. A little lower. Challenge yourself. Inhale, center. And exhale over to the left. Oh, crack, crack, crack. Snap, pop. Hug knees in towards the chest. Let's take happy baby. So take hold of the outer edges of your feet and draw your heels towards the sky. Lengthen the tailbone down towards the ground. 3 belly breaths. Relax your face. If you feel open, you can bend and extend one leg at a time, getting into the hamstrings. And let's open up the hips with cradle. So bring your left foot to the floor, knees bent. Bring your right ankle on top of the left knee. Use your right hand to press away. So a couple breaths here. Might even try a few pelvic tilts. So if you rock the pubic bone down towards the ground, then the lower back lifts, and you can slide your hand underneath the hollow of your lumbar spine. And then you can kind of curl the tailbone under. The pubic bone will rise. Scoop out the deep lower belly and press your hara down into the ground. So pelvic tilt, just rocking the hips, they stay on the ground. So you're literally rocking the pelvis around the femur head. And then release the tailbone and the pubic bone down towards the ground and hug that left knee in towards the chest. 5 breaths, and you might roll out your ankles. Now we'll repeat this in chair, standing up. So remember how it feels with gravity pulling you down towards the ground, having your entire back body for support. See if you can lift your heart up between your arms here. And try bringing your hands to prayer. Try bringing your right elbow to your foot. You can even open up the arms here. Again, just imagine that you're standing on the ground. Back to center, release. Windshield wiper your knees from side to side just to make nice reset. Come back into happy baby again. Feel the difference between your right and left side now. Oh yeah. Bend and extend. Big breath in. Slow breath out. Bring the right foot down onto the ground and take your left ankle onto your right knee. Use your left hand to press away. So we're waking up our hips. Roll out your ankle. Try a few pelvic tilts. Maybe try sliding your hand underneath the small of your back. You can keep it there. Therefore, you have some extra feedback when you scoop out the belly and press the lower back into the mat. And hug the right knee in towards the chest. A few breaths here. And again, feel every point of contact that your body has with the floor beneath you, from your shoulder blades to your tailbone, your upper back, the back of your head. Try and lower your left hip crease. Square the hips off. See how that changes things, especially around the piriformis and the SI joint. Super subtle shifts. Okay, now imagine that you're standing on the ground. Bring your hands to prayer. Press the palms together. Maybe bring your left elbow over to the sole of your left foot. See if you can get it there. There you go. This turns into an arm balance later on. Maybe we'll try it tonight. Open the arms up. Somebody told me that I need a disclaimer. Yoga at your own risk. There you go. Hug the knees in towards the chest. We'll start rocking back and forth. Please consult your doctor before practicing yoga at home. Curls at the ankles. Shift forward. Let's try our first down dog tonight. So, tuck the toes under, lift the hips high, 5 breaths in, down dog. I want you to imagine that your hands are water bugs, and you're going to spread your fingers out as wide as you can. So your fingers are the legs of a water bug, and we have to evenly distribute weight on the surface tension of our pond. Shrug your shoulders, big breath in, collective breath out through the mouth with an audible sigh. Unhinge your jaw, you might swing it from side to side. Yep, wag your tail. Walk your dog. Now reach up through the side body, get a little longer, maybe even come onto your tippy toes, and then exhale, draw the heels down towards the ground, but keep the back of the knees soft. One more breath. Ugh. And we'll lower the knees. Let's try cat and cow. Again, just waking up the spine. Let's get a nice toe stretch first. Might sit back towards your heels. Oh yeah, that feels nice. And we'll come to tabletop. So exhale for cat, inhale for cow. Several rounds, close your eyes and bring your awareness deep into Sushumna Nadi. This little tunnel in the very center of your spine. I knew a wise yogi and chiropractor once that believed that the cerebral spinal fluid was the physical manifestation of Sushumna Nadi. So exhale for cat, Then you might pause at the top for a big breath right between your shoulder blades, the back of your heart. As long as you're breathing and moving, you're doing it perfectly. All right, now we're going to add a tail. So extend your right foot straight back. Inhale, and exhale, round knee to nose 3 times. Inhale, extend. If you want to make this a little harder, half cat bow push up, lowering down halfway. Inhale, press up, round knee to nose. Inhale, extend out, reach through the heel and the heart. Lower down, cat bow. Now this is just optional. Last one. Exhale, rounding. We want to build some heat pretty quickly. Inhale, lower down. Pressing up and switch sides. So inhale, lifting the left heel straight back, heart forward. Exhale, round knee to nose, curl through the spine. Inhale, reach. Exhale, round. Good. Inhale, reach. And optional for cat bow, push up. Elbows in towards the side body. Inhale, press up. Exhale, round in. Good. Last one. Good. And take the knees wide. We'll take a wide-legged extended child, so hips back towards the heels. You can rock your hips from side to side. Okay, so what I'd like for you to do here, you might need to look up for this one, is to reach your fingertips as far forward as they'll go. Keep your elbows down on the ground, and with your nose, draw a line forward, and you'll come onto your belly. Got it? It's a little clunky. Right, root your pelvis into the ground, and we'll lift both the arms and the legs. So Salabhasana, this targets the lumbar spine. Good. If it's more useful for you, you can also reach your fingertips back. Thumbs down towards the ground. You can try swimming here, reaching the arms forward. Now you might even draw the elbows down, squeezing the shoulder blades. Reaching towards your heels. And inhale out. Flatten the scapulas along the spine. And then reach towards your toes. Good. All right. Hands down, fingertips underneath the shoulders, lower the feet, and we'll tuck the toes under, press up through plank. Good. Now we'll lower that left knee. Turn your toes out to the side for modified side plank. Right arm will reach up and over. And now take your right hand and bring it to your tailbone, reaching your tailbone down. Find that external rotation of the left arm, and if you need a little bit more challenge, you can pick up that left knee and extend the foot forward. Maybe your right hand can come to catch the left foot. Good, now let's switch sides. So bring that left knee back down, return to tabletop. You're gonna turn your right toes out, extend that left heel back, and come into your modified side plank. I'll turn around for you so you can see. So the left hand comes back. Release the tailbone down, lean the heart back. Good, now work that external rotation of your right arm. So the eye of the elbow is pointing forward, straight out of the wrist, towards your middle finger. Okay, now that we're all set up, if you would like more challenge, lift your right knee. If you want to extend out further, kick it out even more, catch your foot, and extend. Keep breathing. Good. Back to modified side plank. And close it off. Curl the tailbone under and round back into child's pose. All right, now one more time. Elbows down on the ground. Draw a line forward. You can touch the mat. And as soon as your wrists get over your shoulders get over your wrists, your elbows will peel up off the floor. So again, it's kind of clunky at first. Reach your arms back, lift your legs. Maybe this time you can reach back for your ankles, flex your feet, and come into bow pose. Try and draw the knees towards center line. Breathe into your heart space. Lengthen the back of the neck. Maybe let the head hang. Alright, slowly come on down. Tuck the toes under, fingertips underneath your shoulders. Now you can press up onto your hands and knees, or come up through reverse push-up, reverse plank, and back to down dog. Let's point the right toes back behind us, sweep the leg high, and roll your hip open. I like to bring this into just about every class. Now you can hang out here, or if you want to try that side plank again, you're going to draw your right knee under the body, kick out, catch your foot, and extend. One more time. All right, back to down dog. Point the left toes back, sweeping up. Roll your hip open. Now as you draw that left knee underneath the body, if you're going to come into your side plank with the leg extended, you're going to draw your right heel down. And left knee under the body, crossing center line, right hand to left foot. And breathe. Return to down dog. And walk your feet to your hands. Forward fold. Take a big breath in, halfway lift, reach back behind you, interlace your fingers. And exhale, roll your shoulders open, folding in, belly's on the thighs. Relax your head, your neck, your shoulders, your face. I hope we're warm. Bring your hands to your hips. Inhale up halfway. Flat back. Pause. Now draw your hips back. So if you're drawing your femur heads towards the back of your pelvis, hollow out the deep lower belly. Now lift your toes, spread them out, and place them down one at a time. Forehead's parallel to the floor. Elbows towards the sky. Big breath in. Navel in towards the spine as you breathe out. And come all the way up to standing on your next inhalation. Hands to heart, 5 breaths. Try that with me. Take a big breath in and flutter your lips. Return to Ujjayi. Feel your pulse in your fingertips. You might plug your thumbs into your heart space. Feel the warmth that you've cultivated. All right, we'll find chair pose. So sitting low, bend your knees. Now reach the arms up to start, or you can bring your fingertips straight out. Shrug the shoulders again. Imagine that you're in down dog. You can flex the hands. And then bring the hands to heart. You're going to take your left ankle onto your right knee. So remember, when we started on our back and cradle pretty early on in the class, I want you to bring your mind there and imagine that you have the floor there supporting your back body. And let's just concentrate on the hip opener right now. Roll out that left ankle. As you come up, find tree. So come on up. You can even take your ankle and bring the sole of your foot into the inner right thigh. Find a drishti, upward salute. Take your time. Now, for those of you that would like to bind, you can bring the pinky toe edge of your foot up into that right hip crease. The left arm can wrap around the back body, catch the big toe. And this might be plenty here, or you can reach the right arm up on an inhale and hinge from your hip crease, folding forward. Your right hand can wrap around the ankle. Few breaths. And out the way you came in. Release. Shift your weight from side to side. And we'll find chair once more. So Utkatasana. Sink back into your hips. Shrug your shoulders again. Breathe. And shift the weight into the left foot this time. Right ankle will come on top. Hands to prayer. So you want to sit back into your hips. Again, try that pelvic tilt. And curling tailbone under. Helps to elongate the lumbar spine. Roll out that right ankle. Yep, snaps and crackles and pops. I went and visited the chiropractor yesterday and he popped my ankles. It was glorious. Highly recommend yoga, a consistent yoga practice, a good chiropractor, and regular massages. If you'd like to come into tree, you can bring the sole of your right foot into your inner left thigh. Find your balance, upward salute. Option to bind, bringing the pinky toe edge of your right foot as high up into your left hip crease as you can. Now you can always just hold the foot. This is a lot of torque on the knee, so be mindful. You can also wrap around the right arm around the back body to catch the left bicep until you can get to the big toe. I should have explained that on the other side. I apologize. Apologies. Now you know. And remember that each side is different, so take your time, go through all the steps. Have that discipline. And so often we want to jump ahead. As soon as we think we know something, right? When we get solidified in our belief systems, we stop letting new information in. So stay open. You can fold in. Get the green light from the body. And inhaling up. Release. Now we're going to revisit this again. So shift the weight from side to side. Shake it out. But first, vinyasa. Top of the mat. Asana state to heat. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, floating down. Inhale, lengthen. Plant the hands, shift the weight forward, hop back into plank. Lower down through Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Big breath in, audible sigh out. All right. So let's hop to a seated position. You can look forward between your hands. Here's what I'd like to do. Bring the sole of your right foot into your inner left thigh for Janu Shirsasana. Now you can also, repeating the bind, you can bring your foot up into that left hip crease, reach the arms up on an inhale, and exhale, fold forward. Couple breaths. Now you can inhale, halfway lift, reach the heart forward again, exhale, folding in. Inhale, come up. Right arm wraps around the back body to catch those toes. Take your peace fingers, wrap them around the left big toes. Inhale. You can take a twist, turning your gaze over the right shoulder. And then close it off, drawing your right shoulder forward and your left elbow out to the side. Kick it out. Forehead towards knee. Inhale. Now just for fun, if you would like, let's try it this way. All right, so you got your right foot up into that left hip crease. You take your right hand back behind you. Now you can ground the knee, left toe is down, and see if you can lift that right knee above the floor. Coming into your side plank. You might hold the foot. You can even wrap it around the back body. You can reach down, collect your foot again, extend out. This time we're going to come into our three-legged dog. So close it off and roll your right hip open. Now if you'd like to come into wild thing, you can. Flip your dog. Reaching back. Now we're all going to meet back in downward facing dog. So do what you can. Down dog, big breath in. Audible sigh out, reset. Look forward between your hands. Cross at the ankles, hop to a seated position. There you go. All right. So sole of the left foot and the inner right thigh, Janu Shirsasana, or you can bring the toes up into that right hip crease. And where each side's different, so check in with the knee, reaching the arms skyward on an inhale, and exhale, dive in. Couple breaths. You can bind, bring that left arm around the back body, catch the toes, enjoy a twist, so lengthen through the spine. And turn your gaze over that left shoulder. Draw your left shoulder forward, peace fingers wrap around the right big toe. Inhale, lifting the heart, and exhale, folding in. Forehead towards knee. And unravel. So you can bring your left hand back behind you. I'm going to take a quarter turn here so you can see. Okay, so turning your right toes down. Now you can use your left knee as a bit of a kickstand here. Check your alignment, wrist, knee, arch of foot. You can lift that left knee up off the floor for more challenge. You can take hold of the pinky toe edge of the foot and extend out. Getting all sorts of topsy-turvy. Draw your knee under the body, back to down dog. Roll your left hip open, bend and extend. You can keep pivoting, coming into wild thing. Just an option. And downward facing dog. And I'm going to bring you to standing one more time. So take a big breath in. Exhale out, audible sigh. 5 breaths in down dog, or if you need it, take extended child. Return to Ujjayi, relax completely. And if you're in extended child, return to down dog and walk or hop your feet to your hands. Take your time, bend and extend the legs, swivel the hips, sway from side to side. I'm going to interlace your fingers behind the back of your neck. Little traction for the cervical spine. And hands to the hips. I'm sweaty. Halfway lift. Draw your femur heads towards the back of your pelvis. Now shine in your flashlight to the wall behind you. Lift your toes, spread them out. Squeeze the elbows up towards the sky. Come on up on your next inhale all the way. Hands to heart, 5 breaths. Oh. Recall the intention that you set for your practice. So we've reached our apex tonight. So we're going to move towards Grasshopper. but you can stop anywhere along the way. You know that. Coming back to chair. So chair pose. Hands to prayer. Shift the weight to the right foot. We're going to bring the left ankle onto the right knee. Sit low. So let me make sure that I stay in frame here for those of you at home. So if you've never done this before, I do actually recommend that you put a bolster or some pillows over onto the right side of your mat. You never know. Better be safe than sorry. Okay. So you're sitting into your chair with your hip opener, and you can bring your left elbow onto the sole of your right foot. And the higher up you can get your foot onto the back of your arm, the better. So you start to take your twist. You can open up the arms here. If you'd like to come into or try the arm balance, plant the hands. Now the fingertips will point forward. And maybe you can extend that right foot out. I'm kind of resting my rib cage on my right elbow a little bit. You got that? Grasshopper. Not necessary. Just something to play with. When you're ready to come out, again, take hold of opposite elbows, sway from side to side in your wide-legged forward fold. Yeah, let's take a wide-legged forward fold. And then plant the hands, hop the feet together, hands to the hips, halfway lift, and all the way up to standing. Back to chair. Releasing tailbone down, hands to heart. You're going to shift the weight to the left foot and bring the sole or the ankle of the right foot on to the left knee. All right, now get your bearings, find your breath. Sit as low as you can go. Right elbow to the sole of your right foot. Now remember, the higher up you can get, the better. And you can open up your arms here just to enjoy a twist. This is tricky. Now, I remember when I was first learning this, I did find it easier to come down onto like the left elbow or forearm. So you're going to bend the elbows in towards the body. You're pressing your right foot into the back of your arm to kick that left leg out. Shoulder blades down the back, a few breaths. When you're ready to come out, unravel, wide-legged forward fold, heel toe your feet out, halfway lift. Catch your big toes or your ankles and draw yourself in. Now for those of you with an inversion practice, now is a good time to pop up into your tripod headstand from your wide-legged forward fold. Now bring the legs together. Bring the soles of the feet together. Butterfly. Extending back out. Slow, slow, slow. See how slowly you can lower the toes down to the ground. Hover, hover, hover. There you go. Halfway lift. Plant the hands, hop the feet back in. Reverse swan dive out and up. Let's vinyasa, top of the mat. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift. Plant the hands, hop back to plank. Lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog, and we'll find pigeon on the right. You're like, you said hip openers. Yes. The time has arrived. So if you have a bolster, now is a good time to bring it in. So lifting the heart, let the head go back. If you want to point your back toes towards your head, you can. You can reach back for your ankle. And when you're ready, we'll sprawl out, coming into our sleepy pigeon. A few more breaths here. If you want to move your bolster out of the way, get a little deeper into your hips. And you can bind here too. If you slide your left arm underneath that right side body, the right hand can reach back and catch those toes. You can also bend your left knee and catch that foot as well. Get a nice quad stretch. Unravel. Now, you can either come back into extended child or down dog. You can move through vinyasa or try that wild thing again. And you can even kick up into your side plank. Bend and extend if you still have some energy left. Coming back into wild thing. You'll have an option for a wheel later, but if you'd like to take it now, you can. A little playtime. We'll meet back in downward facing dog, preparing for pigeon on the left. So drawing your left knee behind your left wrist. Lower down nice and slow. Again, check in with this side. We don't want to assume that the left side is like the right. Bring in your bolsters or your blocks for some support. And we want to sit in the hips here, nice and level. You can get a back bend. You want to bend your right knee, toes towards the head. Reach back for your ankle. Find your bow. Breathing up into the heart space. Kidneys. So we're going to draw the deep lower belly and solar plexus in. Drawing the front body in a little bit to create more breadth in the back body. And release. Lower down, finding sleepy pigeon. Whew. After a few breaths, you might find you can very easily bring yourself down a little bit lower. And again, if you want to take a twist, that right arm can slide underneath the back or the side body, and the left arm can wrap around, catch your left toes that are hanging out there on the right side of your hip. Or you can catch your right foot, drawing the heel towards the glute. You're doing a nice, pretty intense quad stretch. It's also good to make sure that your head is in line with the spine. So if you have a pillow or a block available for your right ear, go ahead and put that in place. A few more breaths. So when you're ready to come out, again, extended child or down dog, or you can tuck your back toes, lift up, extend your left foot out, finding your side plank again with your twist. Come into three-legged dog, roll your hip open, flip into wild thing. Always fun. If you're feeling up for it, you can come into your full wheel pose. We're gonna meet back in down dog. Move through a final vinyasa if you like. 3 breaths in down dog, last one. And hop forward into a seated position. Reverse plank. So you can either bend the knees, keep the soles of the feet on the floor, or legs long. Fingertips towards your bottom. Point your toes down towards the ground and lift up. And lower into boat pose, Navasana. Almost there, guys, gals. Few more poses. Lower down. Move the flesh of your sitting bones back behind you for Paschimottanasana, intense back body stretch. And after Paschimottanasana, we'll lower all the way down onto our backs. So inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, folding forward. 8 breaths here. Starting to wind our practice down. Halfway lift. 2 more breaths. Draw yourself in just a little bit deeper. And come onto our backs. Hug the knees in towards the chest. Now you can come into a restorative bridge pose. We'll all kind of come through bridge, but I would like to offer a wheel. Now if wheel isn't to your liking, you can also flip over onto your belly and do bow again. So roll and tuck the shoulder blades under the back. Come up into your bridge pose for a few breaths. Tuck the chin in. Feel the weight on the backs of your shoulders, knees pointing forward. They're really heavy in your feet. Toes point forward. You might even tickle your heels. Make sure they're pointing straight back and not turning in or out. And for those of you that would like to come into wheel, fingertips towards your shoulders, palm the mat. Now you can even take the hands a little wider, and that helps get the elbows in, and press up into your wheel pose. 5 to 8 breaths. And you can also lengthen out your legs here. Relax. Look around. Maybe you can see your heels. When you are ready to come out, tuck the chin in towards the chest, lower down, hug the knees in, and circle it out. So we're going to finish class pretty much the same way we started, but we are going to take it deeper. So circling on the sacrum, making nice, hugging the knees in towards the chest. You can find happy baby. And stamping the tailbone down towards the ground. Bring knees and the feet together. You're going to bring the arms out in T formation. Lower the knees to the right. So your left leg will extend out. Catch your foot. Now this time you have the option of your left hand taking hold of your right foot and draw your knee down towards the ground. Gaze over the left shoulder and breathe. Try and draw your left hip crease down towards the ground. So your outer left hip, rock it down. And release, come to center. Maybe hands to the knees, circles on the sacrum, another happy baby. A few deep belly breaths. Rock from side to side, bend and extend. And help the legs together. Arms out in T formation, lower the knees to the left, extend your top leg out, so your right leg extends out, left hand goes ahead and catches that. Now, for those of you that, you can catch your foot, the big toe, you can catch the pinky toe side of the foot. If you're ready to start bringing your foot higher up towards your face, catch your heel and draw it up. And then bending your left knee, right hand catches your left toes. You might have to swat at it. It's there. Draw your knee down. Twist through the torso. So if you pick up your chest and roll those right ribs down towards the ground, you might get a little bit more out of it. Turn your gaze over the right shoulder and breathe. I feel like a pretzel. Unravel. Windshield wiper the knees from side to side to make nice. And bring back in your bolster if you have it available for you. Any final poses you'd like to bring into your practice, go ahead. Take the next minute or so, get all your wiggles out, and bring that bolster when you're ready up to that lower back. Soles of the feet together for butterfly pose, or you can lengthen the legs out. Bring the arms out, palms up. And it's time for Shavasana. We have arrived once more. The do nothing pose. So we've finished all of our efforting. There's nothing left to do. Close your eyes. Continue to follow your breath in and out of the body. Breathing in relaxation, contentment. Exhaling out any stress, tension, negativity. Just let it go. Breathing in, and breathing out. Visualizing the crown of your head as an energetic portal. And with a thought, allow it to open up, allowing new ideas, new energy to flood your system. Forget everything that you think you know. Set aside all of your belief systems, your identity. Imagining white light, information, supreme wisdom, higher knowledge and intellect to wash across your face. As if you were glowing from the inside out. Saturating all of your tissues, your cells, your organs. Illuminating the brain, especially your frontal lobe. Light behind your eyes, inside your ears. I like to imagine the tip of my nose glowing red, as if I had a flashlight on the inside of my skull. You might part the lips and then bring them back together again, feeling how they meet. Relaxing the jaw and the throat. The shoulders. Down the arms into the fingertips as your fingertips glow red from the inside out. As white light fills the organ of your heart and the cavity of your chest. Cleansing your thyroid, the thalamus, moving into solar plexus with the organs of the liver and the gallbladder, and the pancreas, the spleen, stomach, filling the torso with white light. Reproductive organs, the kidneys, the organs of elimination, your colon, appendix, allowing this energy, this life force, this prana to run down the legs into the soles of your feet, shining out through your toes and the arches. A few more deep breaths, washing your physical body. A prana bath. And scanning the entire body from head to toe one more time. See if there's any gripping, any tension that you can let go of, soften, release. Just leaving all of your stress and tension on the mat. Anything that no longer serves you before reintroducing movement. Wiggling the fingers and the toes. Rock your head from side to side. And we'll make our way onto the right side of the body. Pause. So nice. If you have your bolster next to you, go ahead and sit up upon it. It's amazing what an hour and 15 minutes can do. Finding a comfortable seat. It's always good to sit for meditation practice after asana. Breathing up, Shashum Nadi. We'll close with that invocation. This is an invocation before meditation. As we enter the temple of the spine, leaving all restless thoughts behind. Again, if you'd like to sit for a formal meditation practice, this is a great time to do so. We will conclude tonight together with a round of Om. So bringing your hands to heart center. Recall the intention that you set for your practice, taking in a deep breath. Om.